Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles, others of great millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. The Lord willing this be edifying and uplifting to whom this may concern, because it's through the Spirit. This a part of this thing that we're a part of, this thing that we're involved in. It definitely, the Lord is teaching us to be patient. All right, and with that, there's going to become a reward. There's going to come a reward. All right. Because all that brothers go through is, it's not going to be for nothing. It's not going to be for nothing. And we're coming into a time where we're going to start tapping into our spiritual bank account. All right. Real quick, to start off, I'm going to read this in Galatians chapter 3. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 6, it says, even as Abraham believed the Most High, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. All right. So because Abraham believed, he had faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because remember, with Abraham, the Lord told him that his seed, that basically Abraham will be the father of nations, meaning nations, through his seed. Abraham was promised a son. All right. And through that lineage, the whole earth will be blessed. The nations will be blessed. All right. The promises will basically go through the seed line. All right. So, with all that being said, like I said, these things, it was told to Abraham. All right. And being that Abraham was pretty much past the age of producing seed and whatnot, or at least Sarah was, Salakia, I mean, just speaking as a man, we can only imagine the type of doubt. Well, I'm not going to say doubt, but it's more so because it's one thing when you question the Lord as if he can't do it, but there's another questioning of the Lord, because like us today, like I said, everything that brothers deal with, everything that brothers got to go through. Some brothers deal with bodily ailments, all type of stuff, right? And with that being said, if you look at the state of the condition of our people, we definitely need a miracle on our behalf. All right. We definitely need the Lord to turn that spirit up, turn that notch up within us. Because some of us are going to get spiritual power. When these troops come marching in and Esau comes down with that great wrath, so on and so forth. But you got those that see things from a carnal point of view, and they're like, man, how the hell? That's impossible, right? Look at us and look at Esau. Look at his armor. Look what he's got. There's nothing we can do to combat Esau, and it's not. There is nothing we can do to combat Esau at his blessing. That's why we're going to need the spiritual power. But nevertheless, to those that have that type of mindset in a doubtful sense, like, man, the Lord can't do that. That's impossible. But again, looking at the state of the condition of our people, right? It's just, because there's the other questioning, like, we're curious, like, how's this going to play out? We want to see how this is going to play out. When, because, we often think about, meditate on these things, Yes, so you have martial law troops around your building complex, right? Now we don't know how it's gonna happen. We just know that we're gonna call on Yahweh Shema Shai, and hey, something's gonna happen. You know, so something incredible, miraculous is gonna happen to where, hey, you know, brothers are gonna be going through the martial law troops somehow, some way, in some shape, form, or fashion. All right. So it's more of a curiosity sense and not in a doubtful sense. Unlike those that question the Lord and they're doubtful. Going back to the point with Abraham, all right, speaking as a man, you know, he was probably having these questions like, man, you know, in a curious sense, like, how is this going to happen? You know, just looking at his condition, the condition that he was in, right? But not only that, um, again, all these things were promised to Abraham about a son, so on and so forth, right? Now, fast forward when it came down to Abraham having to sacrifice his only begotten son. Again, we can only imagine the thoughts that was going through Abraham's mind, but at the same time, hey, Abraham, because he believed in the Most High, he believed that Yahweh Shema Shai could raise Isaac up. Not a problem. So the fact that he had that faith, in fact, that he knew that he would see his son again, you see, it was accounted to him as righteousness. All right? It was accounted to him for righteousness, you know? And that's a so to say spiritual coin in his spiritual bank account. So you see, every time we display these acts of faith, it works for us. You know, we're spinning up those spiritual coins. Or excuse me, we're storing up those spiritual coins in our spiritual bank account. You see? And it's all according to our faith. Let me get this in Matthew. Oh, I'm sorry. Bear with me. Matthew chapter 19. Oh, I'm sorry. Matthew chapter 9. Because again, to those that call, to those that believe, and they call on the names of Yahweh Shema Shai in sincerity and in truth, hey, the Lord, He's gonna show up. He's gonna show up on our behalf, tapping into our spiritual bank account, and we're seeing that now. If you've been paying attention, or at least for me, you know, prayers have been getting answered a lot more quicker. You know, almost on an instant, it seems. You know, things are happening. You know, because hey, like I said, all the times that we displayed faith, it stores up. You know, those are spiritual coins that we're storing up in our spiritual bank account. So hey, we're coming into the time where we're gonna be able to tap into that spiritual bank account, man. So be ready. All right. Matthew chapter 9, starting at 18. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, I'm sorry. Matthew chapter 9, verse 20. I'll start at verse 28. The point is in 29. Matthew 9 and 28. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Yahushua saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. So Yahushua asked him the question. These blind men, do you believe that I'm able to heal you? And yeah, they believed, right? Because again, it's all according to our faith. You know, it says, verse 29, Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith, be it unto you. So no matter the circumstance is, no matter the situation, all right, you know, again, we're going to be able to pull from our spiritual bank account, because again, it's all accumulated. You know, it's all been accumulating, and it's all according to our faith. Every time we display faith, it stores up, you know, where we're adding to our spiritual bank account. So again, be ready to be ready to you know, when you're in a certain situation or whatever the case may be for you. All right, and hey, you know, because this again, just speaking for myself, for me personally, it's to a point where, because you know, certain things, you know, we pray, we ask for, and then the Lord will show up. You know, and oftentimes we get surprised, like, oh damn, the Wadi how about Shemal Shai? You know, we get excited, but Now it's to a point where the Lord, he's just been showing up so much, I don't get surprised anymore. I'm just the wadi habashim shah, because you expect it. Our expectation is in the Lord. So you know our expectation is in him. So when he does show up, it's no surprise at this point. It's no surprise. It's just, hey, the wadi habashim shah, because you already knew the Lord was going to come. You knew the Lord was going to come through. So be ready, because a lot more, hey, pulling from that spiritual bank account, man. More and more, things are going to start happening more and more on our behalf. Lord willing, we're of that number. I'm gonna get this, because like I said, man, our patience, everything that brothers deal with, everything that brothers go to eventually, man, hey, this is gonna pay off, man. The big payout, the big cash out, the big payout, the big payoff, So be ready to receive, because hey, the Lord, he's come through on, what he said he was going to do as far as the curses and things of that nature. Well, hey, the Lord's getting ready to come through on the blessings as well, man. So be ready to receive blessings, man. Be ready for the miracles. All right. Just be ready for the mercies of Yahweh Shema Shah to be bestowed upon you, man. It's coming. Lord willing, man. Hey, our reward is coming. Now, ultimately, we're expecting Yahweh Shah to come and deliver us, get us out of this shithole. But even before that takes place, all right, things are going to be happening more and more on our behalf. All right, we're coming into the time of the cash in, man. We're getting ready to cash out. So tap into your spiritual bank account, man. We're coming into that time, man. Tapping into that spiritual bank account. Let me get this in Ecclesiasticus Sirach 16:13. It says, "The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated." So all this with our enemies reigning over us, having our way, and just getting treated like shit, and people just in general just be treating you a certain way, and ladies turn you down, and just whatever the case may be. All right, hey, our patience is about to pay off. All right, and we're getting ready to cash out, Lord willing, man. We're getting ready to cash out. So tap in, man. Tap into that spiritual bank account. Lord willing, our labor, our faith, man. Lord willing, it's all going to pay off, man. Our reward is coming. Lord willing, that number, our reward is coming, man. So because again, all this is not going to be for nothing. If we stand firm, stand fast, right? This could also talk about in Ecclesiasticus how the prophet shall be found faithful. Hey, just again, man, just be ready to be ready for things to start happening on your behalf. All right, and I'm just saying this out of faith, almost on an instant, because you see, that's the beautiful thing about the setup, because let's just say the Lord gave us a spiritual power now. Hey, we show out. We just, we be all over the place. But we're learning to rule our spirit, and because we're not just gonna put curses up on anyone for no reason. We're just not gonna, do certain things just because. No, we're learning to be responsible before we actually receive the perks. Well, because the elect, man, they're getting built up. They're getting built up if they're not sealed already. Which I think they're all sealed. It's just a matter of them going through that fire and like it tells you in James the 5th chapter. know, the precious fruit of the earth. We you know, the elect have to get built up to a certain point. So the elect could already be sealed, you know. But, you know, we're always under construction, and we're always going to be under construction until we get into the chariot, right? But be ready, all right, because it's all according to our faith, all right. And you know, like I said, you know, you walk around with this level of confidence, like, man, you know, like I said, I'm to a point now where I ask for something, I pray for something, and the Lord shows up. I don't get surprised anymore because I'm expecting it. I'm expecting the Lord to come through, you know. So it's just a, hey, the water y'all Bashim Shai, boom, you know. I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. But be ready to receive, man, because things are going to start happening on our behalf almost on an instant, right? I'm going to get this real quick in Revelation 11. Revelation chapter 11, verse 6. It says, these have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. All right. And not to get too in depth, but basically, hey, tapping into that spiritual bank account, you know. Then, you know, don't be surprised, I'll say, when, you know, hey, and it's beautiful because this happened to me a while ago on camera. You know, I was teaching some months ago. I don't remember when it was, but some months ago, and it was raining. And hey, I sent up a quick prayer, all right, on camera. And hey, you know, a few minutes later, it cleared up for me. The water, how about Shemal Shai? That's an example of what I just read here, man. You know, having the power to shut up the heavens in the day of prophesying, teaching, or whatever the case may be. Hell, just this past Saturday at the camp, shit was pouring. You know, had to bring the tent out and everything, right? I know brothers was just, we were all like, man, what, you know, how we gonna pull this off? But like I said, I sent up a quick prayer, and hey, boom, the Lord cleared it up for us, man. It's you know, it's nothing to the Lord. All we just got to do is, hey, tap in, you know, tap in. You know, and be ready to receive, man, because hey, the Lord, he's gonna more and more, he's gonna start coming through on our prayers. It's already coming through, but it's just only gonna, you know, magnify. All right, it's only gonna ramp up, you know. As brothers be saying, man, hey, we're transitioning from faith to faith, so from glory to glory. So be ready to receive, you know. But I'm gonna go back to that in Galatians one more time, because like I said, man, whenever we have these displays of faith, whenever we show whenever we display faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, it's like you're spiritually adding, it's like you're adding spiritual coins to your spiritual bank account, and it goes towards us in righteousness. So Galatians 3:6 again, even as Abraham believed the Most High, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. So Lord willing, you know, we've accumulated enough spiritual coins. Because, hey, now we're coming into the time where we're going to be able to tap in to that spiritual bank account, man. So, Lord willing, this was edifying and uplifting. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.